It's daily vlogging meets real life, all right? I'm in the closet right now because I'm folding laundry and putting things away before bedtime tonight, and I wanted to get in some more time to vlog. So, so you're just gonna have to bear with me as I hopefully I got it out as I find a spot for the phone. All right, let's see. I can take my now that I've had my hat on most of the day, at least this one. Oh, come on, get on there. There we go. All right. Now, the more we learn, or the more I learn about DeepSeek, there are some concerns that I have. One of the things that I was watching tonight, and I haven't finished it, there is a TikToker by the name of Nate that I follow who does a ton of AI education. And one of the things that he was covering was looking at the terms and conditions of DeepSeek versus the terms and conditions of ChatGPT. The terms and conditions of DeepSeek are much more vague and lend to the company DeepSeek owning more of the rights of not only the tool, but the inputs and outputs of the tool. So as soon as you put something in, do you still retain ownership of that, or because you put it into the tool, does now DeepSeek own that? Where ChatGPT clearly defines these things, and you retain ownership and use of those. And one of the items that I've been wondering about, and like I said, I haven't finished all of Nate's video. I'm going to go back and take a look at that and look at some other ones. But I know people have been showing screenshots of DeepSeek, and I think even have I? Maybe? I don't think so at this point. I haven't. I know I've taken some screenshots. I don't think I've shared any. But one of the concerns that I have is that by showing something of DeepSeek, do they own the copyright to that? And can they then claim copyright ownership of my video on YouTube? So that's one of the things that it's questionable at this time. So I'm not sure I'm going to show screenshots of DeepSeek just yet. At least I don't think I will. I don't know. A lot of people are doing it, but just because other people are doing it doesn't mean that I am necessarily going to do it. One of the other things that I have learned about DeepSeek, now that I've had a chance to use it a little bit, not a ton, but I've used it just a little bit, is that it has a mode in the R1 version where it shows you what it's thinking. So you put in the command or the question, whatever you want it to do. And I've asked some very basic questions at this point, like, do you have voice interaction? Can I talk to you? And it will give you an answer for that. The answer is no. However, when it does that, it shows you the blocks of text that it is going through behind the scenes to come up with the decision that it is presenting to you. ChatGPT does not do that. It just presents the answer. So with DeepSeek, we do get to see behind the curtain a little bit. Oh, man. Come on, clothes. Apparently I have too many t-shirts here in this pile. So with DeepSeek, we do get to see behind the scenes a little bit and understand what logic it is going through in order to present us with the answer, which I think is actually pretty interesting. Most of the time when again, very little interaction that I've had with DeepSeek. So as I do more interactions with DeepSeek, then I will be able to share more on this. But in the beginning, at least right now, it's kind of interesting to see what it's doing. But I can see how quickly that's going to become annoying, where you have this long string of text telling you this is what I did in order to come to this answer. If I want to understand and proof it, I would have that on. If I don't, then I don't necessarily think I would have that feature turned on. One of the other questions I would have then for DeepSeek, the other tool they put out, is the image generator, which I haven't played with yet. I want to play with that and see what it can do. But again, I think we really need to look at the terms and conditions for the use of that tool, Because if we're generating images and they retain the right to those images, or they retain the copyright, the output of that image, and somebody goes and uses that for a thumbnail on their YouTube, does that mean DeepSeek can come in and claim copyright for that image on YouTube or TikTok or wherever you've posted it? And I don't know the answer to these questions. I'm not a lawyer. I am not a software engineer. The role that I play most of the time in my professional life is a project manager. And so I have some real skills in keeping track of things and knowing what day it is. And I can tell you what percentage of the project is complete. But when it comes to the legal stuff or the underpinnings of software, it's beyond my technical skills. And this has been this exciting edition of In the Closet Software News with Dave. A couple other things that I wanted to cover. One, talking about the inputs and outputs. The input that you're putting in there sometimes is not just a chat prompt, right? You might be asking it a question or something, so the text you're putting in is an input to DeepSeek. If you upload a file, however, which is an option that you can do, you're uploading that file to the DeepSeek servers, which are in China. Now, there are local versions of DeepSeek that you can download and run, and it sounds like there's a group of people that are doing that as well. But the number one downloaded app in the iOS App Store is DeepSeek right now. And if you're using the app on your phone and you're uploading something from your phone into the app, you're sending that to a server in China. So just be aware that you're sharing data with a Chinese server, and DeepSeek is governed by Chinese law, not American law. And part of the Chinese cybersecurity laws gives the Chinese government access to any data that it needs at any time. So if you upload something to those servers, it could be being used or being seen by the Chinese government. Now, the cynic in me says all of the social media platforms which scream about security and safety and everything they're selling our data anyway already. They're using our data, they're taking it, they're selling it, they're using it for who knows what. Even though they, up front to us, they're saying, oh, your data's safe and everything's secure. Behind the scenes, they're anyway, I'm gonna get off my cynic horse there, but that's the cynic in me. A couple of other things that are in the terms and conditions. Again, not only is it managing the app, the data that you're sending it, the inputs that you put in, the outputs it gives back, all of that seems to be owned by DeepSeek, not by you as the consumer. They also collect other data from the application, things like the IP that you're coming from, the service provider that you're using, the device that you are on, the username that you logged in with. There's also a note in there about keystrokes and patterns, which the little bit of reading that I've done on this is that TikTok does this as well. And what they claim they are using it for is to create a digital fingerprint of the user, so that pattern or keystrokes and the pattern of what you do gives them a better idea of that individual user. One of the things that I've always wondered whenever there's a keystrokes term in the conditions for using the software, does that include the password box, that they can follow our keystrokes in the password box? It might be good to have a very secure and unique password for DeepSeek if you are using that application, something that is unique that you don't use anywhere else, which I know that's in security, that's one of those things where people use the same password over and over and over again, and where we really should have individual passwords for all of our different applications, all of them secure. DeepSeek would be a good example that you might want to have that, because who knows exactly what that keystrokes term in the terms and conditions means. All right, I think that's it for today's vlog. Thank you very much for following me. Hey, I love you guys. This is fabulous. We're up to 12 subscribers. And I laugh, but thank you. I mean, I started at 5, and so we'll see where it goes from here. I will try to do a vlog again tomorrow. It looks like I got one done today. Hopefully, if you're seeing this, I got it done today. So, and we will see you tomorrow.